been on the hunt for some gearbox oil because I've ordered some from Scootershop. Just checked the tracking and the parcel's still in Germany at customs. Thanks Brexit, thanks very much. It was packaged on Tuesday. Anyway, local bike shop didn't have any SAE 30, so I went up to Midland Scooter Centre, who specialise in scooters and Vespas and Piaggio models. Straight away I mentioned PX. He says nope, no SAE 30 in stock, but they use this in them as well apparently, so I'm going to risk putting some of this in it. They did have a lovely PX 200 on the forecourt, really nice patina, similar age I think to mine, maybe a bit older. Lying on the floor to do this, so we've got the oil fill here, and if we go underneath the selector box area, is the oil drain for the gearbox. Excuse the focus, will it focus? There we go. There's the oil drainer. So let's see where somebody's been just catching the exhaust when they're leaning the bike over. 11mm socket on this little spanner. I think there's only 250 millilitres in this. So looking in that tray of waste oil, there was actually a copper washer, and quite cool, it's got olio on it for oil in Italian. A little trick I saw Alan Milliard do once was to reuse a copper washer. If you heat it up with a blowtorch that's really quite hot and drop it in some water, then it's good to go again. So I'm going to do that. Not sure how easy this is going to be to do left-handed. Dropping a hot washer on the floor. It's popped at least. Focus. Yeah, if you remember the Mankey bolt when it came out the bike, it had something on it. It was actually PTFE tape when I cleaned it up, so I've just put bit of that back on the last couple of threads, so none of the tape will end up in the gearbox, but the last few threads will be really well sealed. Pop it back in the bike and top it up with the oil. Next one, how am I going to get it in there? So I've got this medical syringe, quite a big one. Got a handy screw on end, then some just silicone hose. Now this was the one where the it's almost like a paper gasket, but it's definitely missing off that. 250 millilitres, or till it starts flowing back out the hole. There's definitely better ways of doing this. What I've done is just used it as a funnel, and it took quite a long while to flow through into the gearbox and refill in the syringe, but got there in the end. And kept going until there was oil flowing back out the top up hole. Let's drop some grease back in here. I asked someone, does it need to be full of grease? And the answer was, needs some, but not absolutely packed. I guess the idea is it keeps the moisture out more than anything, stops anything seizing up. I'm going to clean this up and put some PTFE on that as well. So I just took the sharp edges off where people had screwed it up with a screwdriver and cleaned it up with a wire brush and a bit of PTFE tape. And the SIP package arrived. These look like oil fillers for the gearbox. I'm not sure which order I've uploaded videos in, so I've already done the gearbox oil video, Here's some new gearbox oil, filler and drain plugs. Correct gearbox oil, the SAE 30 oil. So I'd mention gearbox oil because I don't think I've ever done a video on it for the ET4 and auto scooters. It's very similar. You've got the fill plug, and then down underneath it's on the other side of the casing, so you get it through the rear wheel, where you take the rear wheel off to drain it. And then this one's actually a dipstick, so this one you fill it up till you've got the desired level on the dipstick. Now this bike, I found the drain bung is pretty much seized into the casing, so what I did was use that syringe and suck the oil out the top, out the fill hole.